Call the meeting in the order. The agenda, Oromocto Town Council meeting in regular session Thursday, the 19th of March, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. at the Oromocto Municipal Building. I'll call for a mover for approval of the agenda. Councillor Kirkbride, seconder. Deputy Mayor Mahoney, questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. Any disclosure of interest? None? Perfect. Move right down to the mayor's comments. I will start with number one. Friday the 13th, we went to the Maple Ridge 60-bed nursing home opening, and Councillor Murdoch was there, and Councillor Von Richter, and Councillor Dahl was there, and myself. It was a packed house, and we had the government spokespeople all there and everything, but it was a great event, and it's a long time coming. We lobbied for 14 years to try to get the nursing home. We finally got it. And it's a spectacular building. It's unbelievable. It was well worth the wait, I think, but anyways. Number two, just a sad note, I'd like to acknowledge the passing of Wayne Noseworthy. Yeah, he passed on the 14th of March. Proud military man. He was over 40 years in the military, ended up retiring as a captain. And he's the father, of course, Ben Noseworthy from the town. And we send our deepest condolences to the family. The funeral will be Saturday on the 21st of March at St. Luke's at 2 o'clock from the base. So, and number three, I'd like to acknowledge that March is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and purple is their color. Hence, I have some purple here. So, all right. On that note, we'll move on to the adoption of the minutes of the Oromocto Town Council meeting in regular session on February 19, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Oromocto Municipal Building. I will call for a mover. Councillor Von Richter, seconder, Councillor Daw. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. There's no petitions, presentations, or delegations. We'll move down to number 7, the councillor reports. There is only one councillor report. And that would be Councillor Daw, and she'll start with the Community Development Committee.
Thank you, Worship. The Community Development Committee met on March the 10th at noon. Carrie Bedford and Lise Mooring shared a presentation on the 2026 grants, mostly about the amounts and the descriptions of the grants that they approved, as well as the Community Development Committee status update. Lisa Moore gave an update on ESIC and the Capital Region projects, and she's also working on a homeless response toolkit for the region, a toolkit to offer insight and practical ways to navigate shifting realities, address stigma, and establish standards for addressing common situations and concerns related to people experiencing homelessness in the region using a human approach. It's quite an interesting document or toolkit, and it's one that they borrowed from the Fundy region, and they're going to tailor it to our region. Quite interesting. Carrie Bedford gave an update on the Capital Regional Resiliently Network meetings and projects and events that are happening in the region. And the next community development meeting is scheduled for April the 14th, 26.
All right, thank you. Any comments or questions, Council? All right, we'll move down to 7B, the Oromocto and Area Chamber of Commerce with Councillor Dahl.
Thank you, Worship. The Chamber met on March the 11th at 8 in the OSC room, and brief items on the agenda, but good discussions. The Business Award is May the 7th at the Hazen Center, and it will be catered by Selena Murphy, and it's going to be a roast turkey dinner. The guest speaker has been confirmed, and it's the CEO and founder of Salt Winds Coffee, Dr. Laura Richards, and there is a nice write-up on her in the March Chamber newsletter if you want some additional information. And the board is pleased with the number of awards that have come through. And we're also looking for live and silent auction items, and the Chambers had a recent increase of 5 new members. And Tanya Cannell shared the Maple Ridge Nursing Home invite as well for the official opening, and there was members from the council there. And our next meeting is April the 8th.
Right. Any questions or comments, Council? All right, we move down to 7C, the Pioneer Garden Cemetery Committee with Deputy Mayor Mahoney.
Thank you, Worship. We did not meet. We're still on our winter break. Our first meeting will be middle of April.
April, perfect. All right, we move on to number 8, consideration of bylaws, and if there is none. Number 9, unfinished business, there is none. We'll go down to number 10, new business. We'll start with 10A, the tender award of Sear Street Extension with Councillor Von Richter.
Thank you, Worship. Be it resolved, the council accept the lowest tender bid received from Charters Construction Limited in the amount of $1,232,744 plus HST for the extension of Sear Street. Funding is available within capital account number 9118. I so move.
Call for seconder, Councillor Whalen. Questions? All in favor? Contrary, motion carried. We did 10B, the land sale of Demore Street with Councillor Whalen.
Thank you, Your Worship. Be it resolved that the mayor and CAO be authorized to proceed with the purchase and sale agreement with Rodney Stewart for a parcel of land located at 61 Demore Street, having PID number 601-72038 in the amount of $110,000 plus the HST. That's a motion.
Call for seconder. Councillor Carr. Questions? All in favor? Contrary, motion carried. And the last one, 10C, the appointment of the Greater Fredericton Community Economic Development Agency with Deputy Mayor Mahoney.
Thank you, Worship. Be it resolved that the Chief Administrative Officer of the town of Oromocto be appointed as a member of the Board of Directors of the Greater Fredericton Community Economic Development Agency, Inc., representing one of the 4 partners, the City of Fredericton, the town of Oromocto, the University of New Brunswick, and Ignite, involved in the stewardship of Greater Fredericton Knowledge Park's economic development mandate. I so move.
Call for seconder, Councillor Kirkbride. Questions? All in favor? Contrary, motion carried. Call for an adjournment. Anita Mover. Councillor Daw, seconder. Councillor Murdoch. Questions? All in favor? Contrary, motion carries.